I wanted to show some examples of vision boards. A lot of people like to do vision boards at the beginning of a new year. I did one at the beginning of this year, but I don't always do them that way. Sometimes I just let it be because I kind of feel a need for it or whatever. So it doesn't have to be a thing like the beginning of the new year. But anyway, these are some that I've done recently. This first one, this actually wasn't so much a vision board. It was more for meditation. Just kind of some concepts and things that I wanted to meditate on or keep in mind while I was meditating. So that's what I used this one for. It has there's a lot of white space and stuff in here. I didn't fill every little space. And then like the little flower at the top, I just thought it was really pretty. So I let it hang off the top. This one is actually on a foam board. It's actually a foam project board. That's why you see that little seam right there. It's one of those things that it would fold closed, but I have it taped open so that it won't. And it makes a perfect size for a vision board, I think. And then this was my most recent one that I would actually call a vision board. And some of the things I put on here, I didn't really know why I put them at first, but eventually they all kind of had reasons. The crayons, somebody asked me about the crayons the other day. I like these because they were in the order of the chakra colors, so that's why those are there. Same thing with the wheel up here. I have things about exercise. Any exercise is better than none. Health. And a lot of people actually read this act responsibly, but it's act responsively, which is very different. And then the red balloon I put on there, and it was just a red balloon, and I'm like, why do I have a red balloon? But I ended up writing the word courage on it because that came to me later on that red balloon was meant to signify courage. So the only thing I put on here that I wish I hadn't was this little phrase right here, keep it coming, because the end of last year, it's so weird to call it a different year now because it still feels like I'm in 2012, but I'm not. I just had all kinds of things that were just coming at me almost faster than I could handle. Almost, but not quite. So I was able to handle everything, but it was at quite a fast pace. So the bee, I can't remember. There was something with the bee, and it was not long after I did the vision board that whatever had to do with the bee manifested, but I don't remember what it was now. But I just remember saying, I had a reason why I put that, or I didn't have a reason for putting that bee on there, and then I figured out what the reason was not long after. But the little bird actually manifested in a picture that someone sent to me, which I don't know. It's kind of weird, but they sent me a picture that looked almost exactly like this that they had taken with their own camera. So yeah, that's just, this picture here I really liked, and so I put that one on there. I had one about fitness, which kind of sort of came through for me, but not exactly. So anyway, this is an old one, and like I said, not everything, or I might not have said it on this video yet, not everything necessarily will come through for you, but it all depends on kind of what you are focusing on at the time. So yeah, for me, I think the biggest part of this that came through was the keep it coming part. So I don't know, I guess because it's like I can see this from across the room, and that sticks out to me. So it was something that was constantly in my view. Had I probably come up to the vision board and really looked at it a lot more often, some of the other things might have come through a little bit more for me, I think. But I saw that keep it coming every day, and it was definitely happening. Okay, so this is my newest one. And again, there's a few things on this that don't really have an exact purpose, but really not many. Really, most of these have a purpose behind them. Except behind here, you see like these trees and stuff, that was just something, and there's another place I put them, oh, up here, the flowers. I decided to just cut some pictures out that I thought were pretty to be background. And so that's what those are, so there's not a lot of white space. Although I found this, which I really liked all the words that were on it. And it has a lot of white space, which, you know, I didn't really care for, but I liked all the words, so it was kind of just the essence of everything I wanted to put on there, so I went ahead and did that. In the middle I have someone meditating because I really want to start meditating more. I found the little symbol and grow, so I put some different things around there. This is actually here because I'd like to get to travel more, so that's that one. This little outdoorsy bedroom thing I thought was really cool, so I don't know. Some things, you know, it's like you're drawn to them, so I put them on there. Abundance, home makeover. I really need a new kitchen, and I don't see like any way possible for me to get a new kitchen, but I'm putting it on here. I'm putting home makeover. You never know. I mean, I could win a contest, or someone could just offer to fix my kitchen because they walk in and see how horrible it is, or you never know. Minnie Mouse is there because I really like to take my kids to Disney World, so that's what that one's on there for. This is one I'm not really sure. It's like, I don't know if you can see it. It's like a head with a tree in it. And I've been reading a book lately that's been talking about like connecting to the earth, and it uses the visualization of a tree, the roots going down into the earth's core and coming back up, and, you know, being your energy or whatever. So I liked that one. Speaking my mind, which I need to do more often, so that's on there. This lady with the balloons, this is kind of a funny one, but like it doesn't really seem to make sense, but there's a meditation that I do, and I plan to share some of those things with you in the near future. But there's a meditation that I do, and it has to do with balloons, and it's about releasing your expectations. So like going back down to this one about the kitchen, it's about releasing your expectations of exactly, or there only being one way of it happening. Like somebody may say, well, the only way to get a new kitchen is to save your money and then or take out a loan or whatever and then go buy a new kitchen. But that's not necessarily true. There are other ways that you could come about getting a new kitchen. So this kind of signifies to me all the different possibilities that there could be of having things turn out the way that you want them to. So, and in the meditation, that's kind of what the balloon signifies. So that's why I put this on here. And I just like all the colors too. So this, and then like I said, the flowers I put back there just as to cover up white space. But this is a giant citrine crystal. And the fact that I even found a piece of giant citrine to put on here was like really amazing to me. But yeah, there was a giant piece of citrine in a magazine, so I used that because I've been using it a lot lately to keep myself clear as an empath, and just really deal with my own stuff and know the difference between what's mine and what belongs to other people. So that's kind of what that is there for. Money, because, you know, I also have abundance on here, and it's not necessarily like I want a pile of money. It's just, you know, it's what it signifies for me, which is abundance. So that's why that's on there. The picture of the bathroom, I just liked it, and I was like, well, hey, if I'm going for the kitchen, I might as well go for the bathroom too. So anyway, and I have water on there because I want to drink more water. And then I found this picture that reminds me of the whole Mayan thing in Peru, and again, with traveling, that's somewhere I really like to see. And then the guy on here just reminds me of a spirit guide, so I thought I'd put it up here and closer to the top to represent spirit guides and connecting to spirit and all of that. So, so yeah, that's my one for the moment. I wouldn't say 2013 because I may change it. I also just wanted to show you this magazine, because this is where I get a lot of my pictures. It's where I got most of the pictures for this one. And I don't know if I pointed this one out. I love this picture. I actually found this one online because I guess Thru uses a lot of stock photography. But when I saw this, I think this was my inspiration for making this board. I just loved the, the as above, so below thing. And this is the hand position I like to use when I meditate also, if I use a hand position. This picture was from there. This one, I'm pretty sure this one was. I know that one up there was. I know the Be the Change was. This one, this is another thing that reminded me of something from meditation, a guided meditation, which is why I put it there. This was not from Thru, and I don't think this one was, but most of those were. On this board, the only reason there's not more pictures from here is because I haven't read that magazine yet, and I didn't want to cut it up, but this one was from it, and the citrine is from this one. So, but this magazine is a little spendy, but I've gotten a lot of really great articles out of it, and one of the ways that this one, and there's another magazine that's just called 1111, like it's written out like the time, 1111. I've actually gone through some of these on occasion when I just find one that really resonates with me, and this one is, I haven't gotten to read many articles out of this one, but I've gone through them sometimes, and like I'll read an article and then I'll journal about it after I read it, which kind of seems like something you do in school, but it really was helpful for me. And I think the one I did that most with was there was an issue of 1111 magazine, which was just unbelievable how much everything in it resonated with me at the time. And I did that. I would read an article and then journal about it, and it really helped me to develop more of an understanding about the concepts and everything. So anyway, a vision board, you can do them, like I said, for just your own personal things you want to manifest in your life, or like this one for a specific purpose like meditation. It really is up to you. And one thing is you want to be able to display it somewhere prominently. And for a long time I was like, I don't know, I guess I felt like I was pushing myself on other people to display them. But what actually happened was I made one and someone else saw it and put it out. And I was like, oh my God. It was like, at first I felt like an invasion of privacy, like, oh my gosh, they put that out. And, I didn't want that to be there. But they looked at it as art. And so I was like, you know what? I have every right to have my board out where I can see it. And so I decided to leave it there. And then since then, when I make them, I just put them in the same place. And for a while, I put my boards at home, I put a little note on them, like it said, what is this? And when they opened it up, it would explain what it was so that they understood, and that I didn't have to explain it. So that was my way of just starting to get people used to the idea of what they were and having them out and all that kind of stuff. So it can be a fun process. And if you don't have magazines, I got the magazines for this one. I went to a thrift store and I got them. I got 3 magazines for 99 cents. I think I bought 6, so $2 basically for 6 magazines, which is a lot better than what it will cost if you go to a store and try to buy magazines. Or you can use what you already have, but sometimes what we already have doesn't go along with what we want to manifest, so you may have to go and find different things. Like this one, this picture I found in a magazine that typically I would never buy, but I also saw the balloon picture in it, so I really liked that, and although I didn't agree with a lot of the things in the magazine, their pictures were perfectly fine to use, so, and then I think 1 or 2 I didn't use anything out of, so, there may be some that you don't use, but for 30 cents, it's not so bad. So anyway, good luck with your vision boards, and I'd love to see what your vision boards look like. So if you want to do a video response and show me, I would love to see it.